Ah, Netflix. They make a lot of movies, and frankly, lots of the ones they recommend are crap. Or maybe I just broke their algorithm since I share my account with 12 other people. No snitching, please. But hey, The Old Guard was decent, and that got us wondering, are any of the other Netflix original action movies any good? A dangerous question to ask, and the answers might change everything you thought you knew, or mildly inform your next movie choice. Either way, here's a video about it. So, surprise, surprise, you're spending another night in on your couch. As you should, frankly. You and yours are in the mood for some action-packed goodness. What particular itches are the best action movies trying to scratch anyway? Well, we came up with 5 must-have criteria for a kick-ass time at your home theater. 1. You want some original action set pieces first and foremost. At least one sequence that makes you tell your SO to stop scrolling on their phone and check it out. At some point you want to sit up and say, whoa, I've not seen this before. 2. Practical effects where possible. No, you don't have to really blow up the moon or summon an actual ancient demon, but we prefer blood squibs and blank rounds to digital muzzle flashes and blood. We'll take a good fake limb covered in red corn syrup over a PS4 cutscene any day. 3. Keep the tone consistent. It's fine if your movie's ridiculous and over the top. Some of the best action flicks are. Just don't get all serious on us out of nowhere. Or if you're making a grounded, realistic, gritty film, great. Do you, movie. Don't break the immersion by changing the tone all willy-nilly. 4. You need a good action hero, obviously. Either they have to have the rare medical condition known as oozing charisma, or they have to be such an impressive physical talent that you don't care if they're speaking their dialogue phonetically. And finally, is it too much to ask for a non-cookie cutter villain? They don't all have to be Hans Landa or anything, but we want something to our bad guy beyond evil drug dealer or evil terrorist. With these criteria in mind, here's how some of the biggest Netflix original action movies stack up. Let's start at the bottom. With a scant 2 boxes to check, it's Michael Bay's experimental film Six Underground, in that he's experimenting with how quickly he can get you to mentally check out of a movie. Ryan Reynolds' usual charisma is neutralized by a clunky supporting cast and pointless non-linear storytelling. The villain is fresh off the generic evil dictator factory, and the tone shifts from gleeful bayhem to self-serious drama on a dime. That said, lots of love and attention clearly went into the action sequences. The car chase through Italy is Bay's best since The Rock, and the finale that can only be described as magnet yacht fight is as impressive as anything you'll see on the big screen. Too bad you have to sit through the rest of the movie to get to it.
No.
Bye.
Another 2 for $5, Spenser Confidential. No relation. It's a passable, lightweight action comedy, the kind you'll half-heartedly enjoy for 90 minutes before forgetting literally everything that happens the next day. Netflix tells me I watched this movie, but did I? Did anyone? The film largely coasts on the charm of its 2 leads, Mark Wahlberg as an ex-con turned private investigator, and Winston Duke as his roommate and eventual partner. The film starts off with zany personality-driven hijinks and shoot-'em-up sequences, but devolves into a third-act self-serious punch and gunplay fest. To its credit, Spenser relies heavily on practically shot action sequences and relatively realistic mayhem, though a well-cast Bokeem Woodbine as the disposable generic villain gets lost in the chaos. The film's clearly designed for sequels, and its success on the platform basically guarantees we'll be seeing more of Spenser, regardless of what we thought. So be sure to say hi to your mother for him. But don't worry, it gets better, like with The Old Guard, the Netflix original that broke out in a big way because what else are you gonna watch? Avatar again? Actually, yeah, that's a good idea. But how does Old Spice, or Right Guard, score here? The movie features some really cool practical fight sequences, and it fulfills the 2 things it sets out to do: be sad and kick ass. It never veers too far from its North Star, so point for tone. A charismatic hero / physical talent? Charlize, please. She's got both, or at least she's got a very convincing stunt double, and that axe grants +1 to charisma. Is she up against a cookie-cutter villain? Yeah, it's Mark Zuckerberg, but for healthcare. The Dursley kid does the best with what he's got, but it's not much. It falls short on a memorable big bad, but maybe that drowning lady in the sequel will remedy that. Also, while the action's grounded and practical, there's nothing super original to any particular set piece. It's well done, but it's all punch, punch, shoot, shoot, repeat. So 3 out of 5. Not bad, Old Guard. Looking forward to the sequels. Extraction largely hits 3 of these criteria as well. It's a relentless, intense action thriller full of dramatic, innovative set pieces, including a constantly moving, largely practical 12-minute single-take fight/chase sequence through the streets of Dhaka, Bangladesh. But sometimes the hell yeah, over-the-top kick-assery doesn't jibe with the somber tone of the dramatic sequences. They never quite mesh. But hey, it stars the charismatic fusion of a Viking and a creatine shake, Chris Hemsworth, who can certainly hold his own in a fight. But another big miss in the villain department. The relatively generic drug lord who runs Dhaka with an iron fist is a believable heavy, but the character doesn't rank among the film's more memorable elements. Why are good villains so hard to find? No wonder Logan had to resort to fighting young Logan. Can we do better? We can do better. How about Triple Frontier? This movie kinda rips, right? The cast has action mode Oscar Isaac, badass mode Pedro Pascal, and sad dad mode Ben Affleck. That's the best mode of Affleck. I'd watch the 3 of them do anything together. Raise a baby, coach a Little League team, you name it. The tone is grim and gritty, and stays that way. It feels like you're right there in the rain and muck with them, and all the action feels real and practical, including the standout opening set piece that goes toe-to-toe with anything in Sicario. Again, though, they come up short in the villain department. I mean, I guess you could say the real villain is greed, but the evil drug lord Lorea is exactly that, an evil drug lord. Okay, is The Night Comes for Us the best Netflix original action movie? Yes. Is it one of the best action movies, period? Yes. It features scene after scene of escalating fight set pieces, each more bonkers than the last. Whether they're fighting in vans, apartments, nightclubs, or butcher shops, this category is only worth 1 point, but this is a big 1 point. Same story with the effects. This movie just knows how to use breakaway glass and blood packs, especially when they're getting punched into a guy's mouth. Brutal. And the movie knows its tone, rugged and raw, never deviates. You want physical talents? Iko Uwais and Joe Taslim should be household names. I'm not sure how any of the leads lived through filming this sucker. And the bad guy, played by the aforementioned Iko, he's sadistic in a really memorable way. He kicks a metric ton of ass, and that haircut is just plain evil. Taking this movie to a perfect 5 out of 5. It's a must watch. So there you have it. If you're asking us for the love of God, watch The Night Comes for Us, and maybe cool down with a nice relaxing chaser of Triple Frontier. If you're relying on the numbers to make your recommendations, they agree with us, as Night Comes for Us sports the highest user score on Metacritic and the highest tomato meter ranking on Rotten Tomatoes. But what are you psyched to watch? Are you missing any Netflix gems? Remember, we're only talking about their original action films. Everything else on there can and will disappear one day, then pop up on Peacock or Vudu or Chevron Gas Station Screen Plus. Let us know what you think, and we'll see you next time.